Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 custom franchise mode here in Alaska. In the previous episode, we began the very early and, well, unexpected / very expected off-season. You know, we got eliminated in the first round again against the best team in the Western Conference for the third consecutive season. We have had no success at all. But we've had the complete opposite in the draft. Now, we have had some spectacular drafts in the past, but this one was damn good. We went all out in round number 1. You know, we were very antsy. We wanted to get things done right, and we did. We did. And if you haven't seen the last episode, I highly suggest you go out there and watch. We drafted 2 Finnish players in the first round, one of them being Brad Lambert with the 7th overall selection, a playmaker who will make the team this year. And yes, last video I did trade our current captain Jaromir Jagr for the 7th overall pick, where we selected Brad Lambert. So Brad Lambert's going to be a great player. He's not Jaromir Jagr yet, but he will be there eventually. He's about 12 years younger in this game. He's like 22 years younger IRL. It's crazy. We also selected a young Finnish player, Pekka Kallio, with the 13th overall selection. I had no thought in my mind about him being a medium elite 81 overall. I expected maybe a 76 top 6 forward. That's what I expected, but no. He blew me out of the water. Those 2 guys have cemented us as, going forward, a Finnish-dominated squad. But we have some things to get done in this free agency. Now, I might sound off. It's because I have some nasty, they're driving me nuts, canker sores. Driving me nuts. I have like 2 or 3 in my mouth, and I don't know why. Every couple of months, I'm like, oh yeah, I've been lucky recording and not having too many, but when I get them, they suck. So if I don't talk as much this episode, just know I'm in pain, and I'm doing this for you because I absolutely love it here. Now, there were a few suggestions. Obviously, my main man, JD McNeil, came out clutch, telling me his thoughts on who we should select here in free agency, maybe go after. And actually, let me find it. It's here somewhere. Wait, give me a sec. I can find it. Believe in me. Believe in me. It was last episode. Let me find it. Episode 11. He was right here. JD McNeil right down here. Yes. That took way longer than expected. I should have had it laid out on my table, but I didn't because I don't ever prepare. Now, there are a bunch of players we can go after. We could go after a Pominville or a Dano. I don't want to spend any money on RFAs. I don't like the idea of us giving up top tier picks, like first round picks for the next 3 years. Not a good idea, especially with the team we have right now. I don't necessarily trust this team to do any better than we did last year, but I think we're making the right steps. And I think going forward, there are a few great suggestions from him. He's an absolute machine. I love you. You're the main man. Now, Mantha was one of the big guys he suggested. I'm not sure where he would play in my lineup. He could play first, second pairing time. He's a righty. I do like a righty. So we'd have Arvidsson, Alsner, and Mullen as our lefties. Mullen we just drafted in the first round. Offensive defenseman will work very well. On our right-handed defenseman, we'd have like a Williams, maybe a Chatfield, and a Mantha. Chatfield is a maybe. He might be a scratch player for us this season because I really like Williams. He's actually quite a decent. He was actually I believe we got him in the fantasy draft for nothing, so he's actually pretty decent. But Ryan Mantha, says he fits on older defensive pairings, and I know I suggested, or I stated that I would be looking into changing coaching, but I looked just before this episode and I saw that our coaching chemistry was 98%. That's the highest I believe I've ever had it. Phenomenal. I can't change it at this very point in time. It's too well connected. I think we just have to get our team looking prettier, if that's right. But I think Ryan Mantha, going forward, is one of the better defensemen we could acquire. And for a defenseman like him, 76 overall in this league, that's a top 4 defenseman. $5.2 million. We currently have $34 million. A few dollars to spend, so I'm willing to go out there and give him a $4-year contract at, I'll give him $6 million. Relatively cheap for a guy like that. My next acquisition, where was it? Who was I looking at next? I believe it's right here. $1.5 million for a 75 overall defenseman. That just goes to show you that you can get cheap guys. Casey Nelson. I think this kid could work on this team very, very well. Our coaches are more lenient, or are more strict. I don't know the word to use. They're not pushy on our defense. They like the defensive defenseman. They like the two-way defenseman. So a guy like Nelson would fit in perfectly. A 2-year contract, he'd fit in great. I know at the end of that deal he's going to be wanting bank. So $2 million for 2 years, I'm willing to give that to him. I'm just hoping nobody competes with my offers. Don't make it hard for me. The next guy is just a great prospect, low elite, Alexander Zaitsev from Russia, 55 overall, 20 years of age. Might as well bring that on. That's a great player we could bring on. Might as well. Trade bait, I'm okay with that. Now, there were a few forwards we could potentially add. Obviously, I like the pretty names like Pominville and Forsbacka Carlson or Danault. But I really like a few depth players, and obviously J.D. McNeil coming out here clutch. There's one guy in particular that I think that could really, really work in our bottom 6. Our top 6 is basically set for the future. MP3, Samsonov, Kallio, Niemi, Lundell, and Lambert. They're basically set, but we do need a depth player like Michael Pizzetta. Canadian, drafted by Montreal. I'm willing to give him a shot. He might work out on the squad. So a 1-year deal, and I'll give him $2.2 million. But right now, I think that's the smartest thing to do. Now, there was another suggestion, obviously, by Alexei Petrangelov. Where is he? I gotta find it again, Jesus. Alexei Petrangelov. They want me to look into the Prague lines, because obviously there's a defenseman out there. Actually, I'll show you. Might as well. So, because I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Let me find him here. There's a defenseman. His name is... Where is he? Oh my god, I gotta make this why do I gotta make this difficult for myself? It is Nils Lundqvist from the Prague Lions. 21 years of age at a 75 overall. A phenomenal potential. I will look at the Prague Lions cap situation, because if we can push them to where they don't have enough cap to sign him, that would be a huge acquisition for this defensive core. Now, the Prague Lions. Where, P, there we go. How much cap? $5 million in cap space. That's enough to get him back. That sucks. Have they qualified? Yeah, they have qualified him. He'd be sweet. Our defensive core would be looking sick. Now, I do have an idea. We could send them to absolutely destroy them in the cap department. We could send them Ilya Sorokin. Because if we send him to Prague, they would not be able to take Nils Hoglander back. There are a few goaltending options in free agency now. This would be the 4th year in a row would be going with a different starter, but my plan next year is probably a Wallstead and a Sogard. I think that is probably our best option going forward. Sorokin. Do you want a Sorokin? They don't want Sorokin. Because they do have a great goalie, but you could use a phenomenal backup. Oh wait, is there any other cap on the squad that we could potentially give them, because I don't really like Sorokin. He's played like garbage most of his tenure. I don't know if Brodzinski has a fit here anymore, but they'd still have enough money. Man, we're setting a lot of money. Jeez Louise. Okay. We might just miss out on him, but maybe we can get this trade through. Maybe, by the grace of God, we can do it. Sorokin. Okay, they don't want him. But here's the thing. You want him. Huh? What did I... Oh, I don't really want anything. I'll take it for like, a 7th round pick? This is literally just cap space. If it's just cap space on their end, a 78 overall goaltender is almost worth that. I'll retain half. Half that for... And I don't even know if it's... We're banking on getting that defenseman, but here's hoping Ilya Sorokin to the Prague Lions. Wait. I want to make sure if we send him there for... I'll do 3. Actually, I'll do 2.4. Proposed trade. That should be enough to go through. Trade accepted. They don't have a lot of caps. Yeah, that puts them at $300,000. So we can go out there, offer Nils Lundqvist a contract. He would be a phenomenal defenseman to add to our young core. Now, please, by the grace of God, we just traded Sorokin, which means we have to go out there and sign another defenseman. So Lundqvist, offer him a contract. We can give him what? We can give him, I don't know, 2 years. What's the max? I want to make sure we give them too much money to the point where they can't. 2nd round pick. I'll go down a bit. 2.3. That's a 2nd round pick. Damn, that's a boatload. I think $2 million would be enough, right? 3rd round pick. I'm willing to do that. 3rd round pick for Nils Lundqvist. I just want to make sure it goes through. And Sorokin didn't have any trade value at all, so that really doesn't hurt my feelings. That means we can go out here and sign an 80 overall goaltender for about $6 less million. Calvin Pickard or Michael Condon. Mikhail? What is his first name? Mike Condon? Always use a Condon. Practice safe net. Which goaltender do I want? I like Vevalainen. If Jesper Wallstead is not good enough, we could totally use this kid right here. $4 million. I'm not sure if Wallstead's gonna grow. You know what? I'm gonna go with Wallstead and Sogard. I think that's our best option at this point, but we want to make sure these guys sign. So Lundqvist is kind of that big free agency piece. We want him to come over. We did sign a boatload of scouts. There were a lot of really good scouts out there this year, so I'm happy with that. I'm really hoping these free agents come in clutch and come to Alaska. I know everybody doesn't want to come to Alaska, but I want to make the most of it. I want us to be damn good. Come on, boys. Crap load of scouts. Okay, Zaitsev. Good. Signs with us. Good. Okay. Oh, please. Ryan Mantha has signed that 4-year, $6 million deal with the Alaska Bears. He will be a top pairing defenseman until somebody dethrones him. Michael Pezzetta has signed as a depth player here in Alaska. Nils Lundqvist has decided to accept our offer as presented, but it is not a done deal just yet. I won't be able to join your organization right away, as my previous team has a chance to match your offer. They don't, though. Casey Nelson has signed that deal, so our defensive core is looking crazy. We can trade Chatfield, we can trade Williams. We're looking stacked this coming season. But Nils Lundqvist, that would be huge for us, for him to come over. Come on. Offer sheet. Has been resolved. The Prague Lions have chosen not to match our offer. 3rd round pick gone, but I am A-okay with that. Nils Lundqvist at 2 years. Oh, that is a phenomenal defenseman to bring on. Welcome to the club. Yes, phenomenal deal there. Are you kidding me? For a top 6 defenseman at 75 overall, 21 years of age in this league, that is a top tier prospect. Oh, I love him already. The plan is to get some simulation done this episode too, but before then, I want to see if we can sign Marcus Samsonov and Lundell to contracts. They were drafted, I believe, in year 1. So 2020, yeah, they were both drafted in year 1. They both need contract extensions. Marcus Samsonov, 6 years at 9. I would do, I'll do 6 years. How much does Lundell want? 7. 7. I can do 7 for both of them. And these guys are 100% worth those deals. 150% worth those deals. And after this year, we can shed some cap wherever we need to. We have $42 million next year in cap, so it's not really that big of a problem. 10.150 times 0.85. The 0.85 trick, if you don't know what that is, you just times a contract by 0.85, and that's the lowest they would possibly take. But I'm willing to give him 9 flat for 7 years. Lundell for 7 years. 9.175 times 0.85 equals 7.779. I will give him 8.5 just to make sure these contracts get onto the squad for 7 years. Both of these guys would be phenomenal. Any other contracts that are coming up? Pitlick next year. 7. I'm going to wait on that because potentially he goes to free agency as an RFA and somebody offers him that deal and we get like 3 first-round picks for that. I'm willing to hold off on him. That's one of those big guys that we can wait on. Everybody else at this point in time is fine. We got a boatload of cap. I am not worried in the slightest. We still have. Look at all the cap we have. We have like $30 million in cap space going into next season. I think I'm just gonna sign a random guy just so we're above the cap floor. I'll sign. Oh, that's literally all these guys that I don't want to explain myself. We'll sign this Walker. No. Can we do UFAs? Oh, this guy's named Bobrovsky. Sure. No, what? Why is it so difficult? Yeah, we'll give this. Oh, I love that name. I just want to make sure we get to the cap floor. That would help out tremendously. So I'll deal with that. Let's just sim to the next season. I want to get my lines together and see how this team performs. Maybe we name a captain. I'm honestly not too sure at this point. Okay? So going into this season, I didn't think we would fit as well as I had originally thought. You know, going into the draft, we traded our former captain, Jaromir Jagr, for the 7th overall pick that turned into Brad Lambert, and I know he's not going to be him for a while. It's going to take time. But the moves we made during the draft, our picks we made, our free agent acquisitions, it all really worked out well. And honestly, I wouldn't have done as well if it wasn't for you guys and your suggestions. So keep it going. Now, it might not look perfect, you know, especially the team chemistry. I think in the very near future, you could see me changing the coach, potentially. Depends how we perform here early in this season. Because look at us, we are a damn qualified team. Last year we were, but this year we need to get past the first round or things are going to happen, and I'm not sure what's going to happen. This league is so weird. But the past few seasons we've seen teams with 1 or 2 stars get it done for them. And they're not a very deep team. They don't even have the best goaltender. This team can win. I know that. MP3, our leader. Marcus Samsonov, 20 years of age, 88 overall in his, what is this, his 3rd season? This will be his 3rd season. And this is the 4th year. Brad Lambert, the Flash Finn, Replacing Yager on that first line, they get that +1. Second line, Anton Lundell, a trade deadline acquisition last year. Eero Niemi and Pekka Kallio. That is the Finnish Flash line. 4 Finns in our top 6. They're all Europeans. I mean, I guess Russia's kind of Eurasia. Yeah, Russia's Eurasia, so it makes sense. And I have no idea what flag that is. Bulgaria? Belarus? I'm not too sure. Third line, Pitlick. He's proved himself as a top-tier centerman on this team. Brodzinski and Michael McCarron. This bottom 6 is definitely a shut-down 6-man... What's the word for 6-man? It's not a trio. Trio's 3. Sextuple? I'm not too sure. This is a damn good bottom 6. Olsen, Pizzetta, and Howell. I'm not too sure. It's damn good. Defensemen. This defensive core is phenomenal. Out of all the defensive cores I've seen in this league so far, this is top tier. What is this? He was a 13th overall pick in the year 2 draft. Michael Arvidsson, potentially our next captain. Casey Nelson. Nils Lundqvist, who we stole from Prague. 22, he is going to grow. He's already 77. He is going to grow like a damn weed. Carl Olsner, the best defenseman in the 3 Thumbs Up Hockey League. Ned Mullen and Ryan Mantha. Ned Mullen, you might be wondering, who the hell is this kid? We drafted him 25th overall. Kind of by accident. We were going for another prospect. Stockholm stole that prospect a few picks before he was supposed to go. But we got Ned Mullen, and I think we might have gotten the better player. I'm not too sure yet, and I'll show you the special teams. They look gorgeous. We gotta compete. This is the year where we just have to have a good regular season. This is the year where we just have to dominate each end of the ice. We have to be damn good, and I know we can be. The players we have, we are only going to get better. And I forgot to mention, I don't know why I completely forgot that I was supposed to show you that, well, I might as well show you now that both Marcus Samsonov and where is he? And Arvidsson wait, no. Marcus Samsonov and Lundell signed those 7-year deals. If Owen remembers, he'll throw them up on the screen right now. But I'm glad they're back. The AHL, don't worry about it. There's nobody notable down here except Zaitsev. But honestly, he's just a trade chip. At 20, 56 overall, he's not really gonna grow too much, but I guess you want to see the goaltenders in the NHL. How did I forget? Your starting goaltender, Mads Søgaard. Now you might be like, Owen, 4 years in a row you've had a different starter. Is Mads Søgaard going to be our longtime starter? Well, I'm not sure because you got a Jesper Wallstedt, 75 overall. I think making the Sorokin trade was just beautiful. We traded Prague a 78 overall or 79 overall goaltender at around half retained, and we got Nils Lundqvist for him, basically. So this is a good tandem. Now, before heading into the regular season, who are our alternate captains and who is the captain this season? And I'm going to say this right now, we currently do not have a captain. Trading Yager was big. Going into the offseason, I didn't expect to trade him. I didn't want to trade him. He was one of the bigger guys we signed or we drafted in the fantasy draft. Right now, Carl Olsner, Arvidsson, and MP3 have the alternates. Going forward, who do you think should be the captain? Because I want it to be one of your young guys to lead us. I'm not sure who it's going to be, but I'm friggin' ready to go. I mean, I guess you want to see the draft class for this year. There are a few big prospects this coming draft. Honestly, this draft, just like the last few years, is a damn good draft to be a bad team in the regular season. The IRL, projected number 1 overall pick, Connor Bedard, Henry Yager, Novak, Jacob Rawlings, Michkov, an actual player, Howley, Danton, Slychuk, Trottier, Fantilli, actually a real person, Eric Johansson, Jaeger, actual player. Darius Regan, there's a bunch of players this year. This is the year to miss out. This is the year you want to be bad. There are some top tier prospects, but we want to compete. 3 straight years of absolute defeatedness. We're not going to slow sim the first game of the season because it's voodoo. We will slow sim against the Houston Cosmic because simming the first game of the season is voodoo, and I don't trust it in the slightest. Now, our head coach is going to come over here and be like, oh, 9-game trial, and yeah, I'll agree. 9-game trial for Brad Lambert? Sure. He's going to stay in the 3 Thumbs Up Hockey League for his entire career, no doubt about it. But let's get through preseason, get it underway. We are A-okay. I gotta believe in the squad. I know we are capable of good things. With this team on paper, there's not any possible way we shouldn't be able to compete. I know we're damn good. On paper, we are probably one of the better teams in the league with our young guys coming up. We've had a few phenomenal years of drafting. We need to be good. So let's start off on the right foot. We can't be getting to the later half of the season and barely make the playoffs. We want to be in a top position. Atlanta, first game of the season, 4-3 victory in regulation. Honolulu or Hawaii, we get crushed. Again, Hawaii, we win 2-1. Split the series against them. Montreal, 2-1 loss, 500. Can we just be good? Dallas, the reigning champions. Niemi is actually injured. October 22nd. Head coach replaced player for not too long. 5-4 OT win. New Orleans, can we put up a little bit of a win streak? There we go. Okay, so we will slow sim this game here against Houston. Here in Houston, actually. 3-3-1. Let's go. Actually, have you seen their jerseys before? Let me show you their jerseys. Houston, they're pretty basic. There's nothing crazy going on here. I don't know. I thought maybe Edmonton Oilers colors. It's what I like them. They don't suck. But let's go. First period underway. 3-1 Alaska. MP3 on the board early. Ivan Yakupov ties it, but Pekka Kallio and Brodzinski take the lead. Shots are doubled in our favor, 14-7. Second period. There we go. A storm brewing here in Houston. Pezzetta, Prohorkin, Kallio, and Pezzetta. Is that the Hattie for Pezzetta? No, I thought that was a Hattie. Phenomenal period of hockey there. 7-1. We should win this one undoubtedly. A phenomenal 40 minutes of hockey. Let's just settle things down. A 7-1 victory is good in my books. The offense was there. The defense has been phenomenal in this game so far, and I will take that. A big victory against the team that eliminated us in the playoffs last year. Our 3 stars, Pekka Kallio, the rookie, and Sogard with a phenomenal performance nonetheless. So let's go ahead, get to the end of the month. 3 more games to go, 3 wins in a row. Let's see if we can keep this going. Niemi is fully healed. Our scratch player is Connor Bleakley. I didn't want to go pay millions of dollars for a scratch player, so he's got a good shot. I don't hate him. He not the worst player to have. So Niemi, welcome back to the squad. Please don't get hurt again. 4 points, -2. He'll get better over time. I'm not really that worried. Berlin, San Francisco, big win there. Come on, keep it going, boys. There we go. Finish strong. Finish strong. There we go. You know, we started off a little, but a very, very nice stretch of wins there. 8-2-0 after October. We're second in our division. We have also played 1 less game than the LA Hammerheads. LA's good. Victory have been garbage. 2-9-0. Bulls haven't been too bad. They've been pretty bad. Rattlesnakes are fighting. The Seattle Storm and the Alberta Beast are fighting, but the Vipers are just below us with actually 2 games played over us. So I'm not going to check the stats for month number 1. You know, I'm going to let things settle out after 2 months and then check the stats because everything is going to be all over the place after 1 month of play. But let's go ahead, do another month. What's the game we'll slow sim this November? It will be, we'll do Seattle in Alaska. Let's do it. First month, or first game of the month. Victoria Victory have fired their head coach. They are having a rough time, but if they're being a bad team, they get a good shot at Connor Bedard. 2-1 OT loss, but I'll take the points. Helsinki. Come on. Let's get this W. Come on. OT loss, but I'll take the points. London. Big win. Ooh, big win. Daniel Huberto. Oh, yeah. Of course I kept my promise. Of course, we're keeping him in the 3 Thumbs Up Hockey League. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good. Daniel Huberto, I don't want to speak to you again. Come on, our series against the London Royals. Casey Nelson has been injured until December 2nd. Okay, good news. We have a bunch of really awesome scratch defensemen. We have Williams and Chatfield, and they're both righty, so they'll fit right in for Nelson on that bottom pairing. London, and we beat them in the season series against the reigning best team during the regular season. They had 122 points last year. First place in the division. We are on a run, and we lose our first regulation loss in a very long time against Manitoba. But we have been damn good. Yes, this is awesome. Hell yes. 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 This is so satisfying. Please just keep it together, Alaska. Seattle has not been great. 11-8-3 here on our home ice. Let's see if we can beat Anthony Francis and the Storm. First period. 1-0 Seattle. Magnus scores pretty late. Not a bad period for the goaltenders, though. Second period. 1-0. 20 shots apiece. Where's the offense? I really hope it steps up here. MP3 scores early in the third period. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's get win number 15 on the year. 13 minutes remaining. Power play Seattle. 5-on-3. You don't want to give them that, and we kill it off somehow. And Brodzinski, the third liner, takes the lead for Alaska. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Come on, Alaska. Come on. Nail in the coffin. There we go. We edge out a 2-1 victory against our bitter rivals, the Seattle Storm, in regulation in the regular season, and that is a pretty damn good victory against the Bears, or the Storm. I guess we couldn't have two teams called the Bears in this league. They're the Seattle Storm Bears, but we're the Alaska Bears. I didn't even realize that going into this franchise mode, but oh, 2 losses in a row. Can we beat Dallas, please? End off nicely. Casey Nelson's back. Dope. Come on. Ooh, 3 straight losses to end the month. Not what I like to see. But damn, we've been picking up the points. Only 3 regulation losses that month. We've been damn good. Second in our division. Oh, we have 3 games at hand on the Vipers. Best team in the league right now. Steamers have been great. Tropics have been great. Lions have also been great. So they didn't hurt from that Sorokin trade. But before I continue simulating and check the stats, I want to make sure I put Nelson back in the lineup. Just so I don't start simulating again. Oh, wait. Oh, what? Wait. Nelson was playing on the first pair. Oh, well, Chatfield wasn't that bad, was he? Chatfield. 12 penalty minutes plus 6, 1 assist. Could have been worse. Could have been worse, but let's go ahead, check out the stats through 2 months of hockey. I'm actually very intrigued to see what our point totals are. I'm hoping defensively we've been pretty good. I'm hoping we've been decent. Our 2 top players here, MP3, 24 goals in 23 games and 42 points. He is stepping up as a leader on this squad. Marcus Samsonov, 33 points. He's a legit playmaker. I'm going to change him to a playmaker here eventually. Oh, very, very soon. Brad Lambert, 31 points. That top line is doing great things, and the second line doesn't seem to be doing too bad. Lundell, 19 points, is a rookie. I mean, not a rookie. Why did I say a rookie? I thought he was a rookie. Not bad, not bad. So glad we signed him to that contract extension. Kallio, 18 points, 10 goals. Looks to be the second most by our forwards. He's a sniper, too. Ooh, he can shoot. Oh, he can shoot. That is lovely. Pitlick with pretty good point totals. Defensively, he's been pretty good. Niemi, 4 goals. Wish he'd pick up the goal scoring, though. He's 77 overall. Technically a second line forward. He can shoot the puck. I'm hoping he picks that up. Michael McCarron, defensively could be better. Penalty minutes is actually pretty good. 12 points, not bad. Pizzetta, not bad. Brodzinski could be a little bit better. Olsen, not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay. Forwards have been pretty decent. How about the D-men? Nils Lundqvist, 77 overall, top 4 defenseman. I have a feeling if he has a good end of the year, his potential is going to grow, and I think we might have hit the jackpot. Speaking of jackpot, Ned Mullen, drafted 25th overall last draft, 8 points, -1. He's putting up the points. Our defensive core seem to be putting up pretty solid numbers. +10 for Nelson, +14 for Arvidsson. Carl Osner is +3, 5 points. Mantha has not been the best. Maybe that's a trading asset. Not really worried about that. If there's one defenseman that's bad, I'm not too upset. Goaltending. Sogard in this sort of league, I am happy as hell if you put up a 9-10 and a 2 3/4 goals against. I'm very, very happy with those statistics. But let's go ahead, check out the entire league. Maybe we're up for some awards this year. Marek Mazinek is by far the best goaltender. Ooh, that's hard. There are a lot of damn good goaltenders. I would say top 3. I'd say Delia, I believe, was the best goaltender last year. Might have been, I can't remember. Mazinek, and then Jin Ryun from the Prague lines. They are not hurting from that Nils Lundqvist loss, right? So that is a terrible, terrible. Ooh, that's a nasty save percentage in the best possible way. Most shutouts? Dope. And how about rookie skaters? Do we? Oh, yeah, that is going to be hard to compete against. Ben Archer for the Tokyo Tigers. I was like, maybe we have one of our guys up there. We do. We do. Brad Lambert's damn good. But not as good as Ben Archer, the reigning first overall pick. Oh, that is scary as hell. Very, very, very scary. How about... Oh, he's going to be the best defenseman as well, isn't he? 41 points for Ben Archer as a rookie, beating out Gustav Fantenberg and Matteo Jodrin. And Stu Cam, that's nuts. And how about the most points in the Three Thumbs Up Hockey League right now? The Hawaii Vipers duo of domination are just going at it. Cole Caulfield and Kirill Kaprizov already over 50 points. The only 2 players in the league to do that right now. Petrangelov's up there, Vadim Slychuk, Straka. MP3's up there with 24 goals. But Hawaii is definitely a team you never want to face. 36 goals leads the league from Kirill Kaprizov. And assists, 38 for Cole Caulfield. That duo is scary, man. Okay, 23 games. 15, 6, and 2. You know what? I'm going to leave the episode at that. You might be saying, oh, and don't. Okay, I'm sorry. But I feel like I don't want the last episode to be too short. But this episode, we decided a bunch of stuff. And I think it went the way we wanted it to go. 15, 6, and 2, that's damn good so far. That's a damn good performance through 23 games. I have a feeling this team might struggle here or there. But this team is our best version throughout these 4 years, and I'm hoping it continues that way. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.